welcome back to the Crafty Nook. Today we are gonna refresh and revamp these two journals that I started in 2018 and pulled papers for and made a cover, started making some little doodads inside for, and gave up on. Barbara from 49 Dragonflies has been doing some refreshing to her journals and inspired me to pull these out and refresh them. So let's look at what we're working with. So here we have the pink one, which I really love this fabric. I've already picked some end papers, which honestly I do think that still works.
Oh boy.
Okay, so sorry about that, the dogs. So I do like these end papers. I think it needs some kind of pocket. I made me a couple of notes. So this was before I knew what I was doing, when I first got into junk journaling. And let me see. Like, I was trying to grunge up these papers, and honestly that just kind of looks like poop. Like literal poop spread on a paper. Because at the time I didn't know that this is not for inks. I mean, for like distress inks. This is for alcohol inks. And I've been using it for distress inks this whole time. And so all of these marks on here are because of the Velcro. Also, when I first started junk journaling, I thought everything had to be grungy and dirty, and that's not really my vibe anymore. I like vintage, but not necessarily grunge. This is kind of my vibe now. Vintage, but not grungy. I don't mind grunge, and so I might make one of these grunge, but I don't know yet. What did I do? Did I break it? Anywho, I'm gonna go through these. Oh, that's this one. So I have all of these papers, and I had some kind of paper pad that had this stuff on it, which I don't mind, but like, why are there just strips of offcuts in here? Did a little stamping. Then my coffee dyed paper I baked in the oven, and so it is really dark. My coffee dyed paper these days is not that dark. It's more of a light staining compared to that dark. So I think I'm going to replace all the coffee dyed papers. Yeah, this is a lovely paper, but again, with the poop grunge. Yeah, I love that. That's a shimmery paper. And I didn't grunge it. I think I only made it through one signature. I'm kind of sad that I ruined this paper. But like, that's just not my vibe anymore. I don't know that it ever really was. I just didn't know what I was doing. So, I do like this paper. I think it goes. Yeah, that's really dark. So I'm gonna refresh this. That's the pink one. Let me show you. The blue one's not as bad. I didn't never get to it. I do have some end papers picked. I'm not sure how I feel about them. But the same thing on the inside. Like, there's so many dark colors. Like, that vellum is nice. So I'm gonna go through these, and I guess in my mind I thought that if the outside of this book was blue, mostly blue, then the inside needed to be mostly pink. And if the outside of this one was mostly pink, then the inside needed to be mostly blue. I don't know where my brain was with that, but we're gonna refresh these because I'm not happy with the way that they look. So I'm gonna go pick papers and I'll be back. Okay, I think I've got to start for paper selection. I pulled this out of my stash. This is just a Tim Holtz cut apart from the paper pads before he stopped making the paper pads. I'm going to cut apart all but these two to use in both of these journals. I might not use that one either, because I really like them. So that's a both. Then I pulled for the blue, let's do one at a time. Okay, for the blue I pulled out this paper from the pink journal because I can cut it down and I think it goes really well. So I picked that one, and then I picked this one, a Tim Holtz paper. Thought it went very well. I pulled this one to kind of pull in some of those yellows and some of the pinky color. I pulled this one. This is a single-sided. And then this one, also single-sided. And then see, this has some of that pink as well as the other side. This is a Tim Holtz. So these are the papers I have, the scrapbook type papers that I have picked for the blue. I think that I am gonna still do 2 signatures. I don't know, this is not a very big spine. Let's see. And since I've already covered it, normally I would extend the spine. This is a little over 1/2 inch. And then this one is the same. I might still do 2 signatures, which means I might have to cull these down a little bit more, but I'm not going to put as many papers in. I don't think that I'm going to keep any of the papers inside here, except maybe the music paper. So that's for the blue. Let me get the pink. So what's staying with the pink are the end papers for sure. And then nothing out of this signature except maybe that book page. This page is going to stay. Look at how gorgeous that is. It's like a shimmery paper. But I think everything else, except maybe this page, will go. So for the scrapbooky papers, I have this one. This kind of gave me the same vibes as the one with the butterflies on it from the other. I think it's a great neutral. I have this pink paper, pink floral. I have this floral, which this might be one of the ones that I cull. Then this one from Tim Holtz, I thought was a very good neutral to kind of go with some of that. And then this one, which I found to be perfect, the perfect shade of pink and the perfect shaped flower. So there's those. Then in addition to that, I have pulled a big stack of coffee dyed paper, which I'm probably not going to use all of those. I might use 4 or 5. Let's just go ahead and decide on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I might not like that one so dark. Okay. We'll do those 4. Okay. Then I pulled a few of these, what are these? Index cards for ephemera, and then I pulled a doily for each. Oh, I need 8, because I have 2 journals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doyle. Okay. That's for each journal. And then I have a coffee dyed envelope for each. And then I did go ahead and pull out all my vintage papers. So my vintage music paper. This is from a Farmer's Almanac, Spanish and grammar book, and then some vintage writing paper. I might do a piece of each of this one. A piece for each of this one. I think this one's a little darker than I want. Same thing with this one, that might be a little dark. I think one is not going to be bad. Let's see if it fits without me having to cut it down. It's not going to fit in the blue, I don't think. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to have to cut that down. Okay. Will I have to cut this one? Even for the blue? Let's see. It'll fit in there. It'll fit in there. Okay, I'll do one of those for each. Take one from the middle. If you're into this kind of paper, I have these for sale in my Etsy store as a vintage paper bundle. I'll have my store linked below. Eventually, when I get these journals finished, they'll be in there. And I think I already have some music paper in the books and some book pages. So let me pull these over. I'm gonna paper clip these. Keep that. I'll hold on to it and see what I think. I don't think I need that many of them. I do want this. That might be okay. I won't throw these papers away. I'll use those. I'm going to pull them out though. I'll use these for something else later. I don't think these are the end pages I want either. Okay. So there's this one. This is for the blue journal. We add these to that stack. I do love these end papers. I'm leaving those. I don't think there's much of anything. I'm gonna hang on to this. It's not too dark. I need to get some more of that. Steal that back. I do like this idea for this pocket here. pull those out. These will stay. Is that a good number? Let's see. Okay. Do I want another book page? No, I don't. Okay, so specialty paper, those two, 4. Okay. I do think that I might. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I might do that. I'm gonna pull those out. And I'll do 4 scrapbook papers. So that'll be 2 for each signature, and then 2 coffee dyed papers for each signature, a specialty paper for each signature, a book page, I might do that book page instead, and then that. I don't think that's a very big signature. Let's do a couple more pieces of coffee dyed paper. Let's do 4 for each signature. That might work. Maybe I'll add, I'll add a piece of this kind of book page. Can this one handle one of these? Yeah, let's do that. That's 1. We can always add more later, but I think that does okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think that might be enough. Might be too much. We'll see. That's what we're looking at for now. I'm going to do the same thing for the blue. And I'm also going to trim these pages down and fold them and come back and arrange the signature with you. Okay, I have cut all those papers down and just stuck them inside my book. I do think that's a good size. I did end up only using 2 coffee dyed papers per signature because I felt like 4 was going to make it way too bulky. So let's figure out a jumping off point for how we want these signatures to look. So I am going to put these in some piles. You'll have to ignore the washer and the dryer. Okay, let's do, I want to have a Tim Holtz paper and a regular paper in each signature. So there's that. And then I want one of these half sheets in each one. 2 coffee dyed papers. Those don't matter which way they go. One of each of these. Let's do this and this. Okay, now let's organize this signature. So, what do I want outside? I'm probably going to do this one outside, so I might do this one. need to do something about this. I wonder if I can coffee dye it and it turned out okay. Might try to do that. Okay, so there's those. So when we open our book, it's this. Or do I want that? I think I like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, there's that one. Okay, this one. guy those 2 white pages. They're the only 2 white pages I have. And I think that works very well for the book because I still need to make ephemera, which we'll do next time. So here's where we're at for now, revamping these books. So, or journals, or whatever you want to call them. I think I'm going to end here, and next time we'll make some ephemera to go in there. I want to try to use some of these offcuts. So, come back for that. Oh, and these. I forgot about these. So, thanks for hanging out in the Crafty Nook. I'll see you next time. Bye!